Hello once again, it is 14 Silver X, and last time we've basically finished the basic outline of our game. Um, so now I'm moving on to questions or requests on new games, but until I get a request for a new type of game that is not too advanced, because we just learned this, so maybe a next step if you want to learn. But you can still send in questions about more advanced stuff. And so I got one before in my email, or not, email through a comment that somebody wanted to make this into a multiplayer game. So I'm going to show you how to make this a multiplayer game, and if you made it single player up until now, basically you want to finish the game in single player before you make it multiplayer. It just makes stuff so much easier, because then you just have to change most stuff around. I haven't filled in my other ones yet, but alright. So first, you want to make another spaceship to represent the new player. Spaceship 2, I'm going to edit, and I'm just going to change the color of this to something else, maybe brighter gray. Alright, so that's our new player. So that's your Spaceship 2. And we can change the shots to be different so we know who is shooting. I'm going to duplicate that, edit it, colorize it, and I'm going to make it blue. Where are we at? Shot 4. Wait, we have 2 shot 3s. This is a problem. Okay, I'm just going to rename this shot 5, and I think I'm going to have to change something. So when you rename that shot 5, oh yeah, it does it for you. Oops. Hopefully. Or maybe that was just a lucky chance. Alright, so shot 4, duplicate shot 5. Shot 6. Colorize it to make it blue. Okay. So now we have our new shots and our new player sprites. So now we can duplicate player 1 and call it player 2. Now this is probably where you have to do maybe the most work. So now you have to change the sprite, and you can't use health anymore, because if you have 2 players and they both have health, when one gets shot, the health will go down because the health is different for both of them. So we're going to leave player 1 can have the health bar. For player 2, we have to do the same thing we did with our boss, which is make a rectangle. So I'm going to delete that and add in a variable called health. Or not health, because that might change the one, so health 2 to a value of 100. And the score caption will show like all the health and lives for different players, so we can fix that later. So right now I can just delete that. Lives to 3, and again the number of lives is universal, so let player 1 have the lives. Lives 2 the value of 3, and the score, I guess you can either make this cooperative where you both get a high score, or you can make it that the player who gets the high score. So if you want to do it separated, you give player 2 a new variable called score, and then you have to just, when it gets a high score, get the higher of the 2 scores. But right now I'm going to make it a co-op game, because I like when people work together. My dog is wilding. Okay, so now we have to change this. Health 2, larger than 100. Okay. We can delete that. Health 2 will equal 100. Delete that. Delete. Insert. Now, you want to remember, and I don't remember, equal to. I just have, yes, let's just leave it at that. Alright, destroy instance. We will not restart the current room. Well, we can, because, yes, because it's not when one person dies. Well, actually, there is a problem here, because if player 2 dies, then it's saying that it just restarts everything. So you can have it where if one player dies, oh well, should have saved your other player by flying in front of him. Or you can do it where player 2 can or is just out, and now it's just player 1. And another thing is, if you get a high enough score, that your lives go up. And then when our lives go up, we have to respawn player 2. So I can do that later. This can just be part 1. Yeah, let's just do part 1. So I'm just going to delete. And I think I deleted too much. No, I didn't. Oh, it's just moving around. Alright, so there's that stuff. It'll just destroy itself for now. Alright, so now our health is smaller than 1. Delete. If. Health 2 is smaller than 1. We repeat that. And creates wonderful explosions. And let's make a new explosion. Colorize, not colorize, partial. Colorize to blue. Perfect. Explode 3. And then we just make this. Oops. Now we need a new object. Duplicate. Explode 3. Now we have this one. Explode 3. Wonderful. And then it jumps to a position. And we have to delete that. Set health 2 back to 100. And I'm going to freak out because I feel like I put wrong stuff. Alright, so make sure you put in health 2, or it might mess up your game because it'll think, oh, he's talking about health, even though you're not using the score health. So just in case, I'm using health 2. And it will set this level to 1. And lives relative to -1. So relative, and now I put live 2. Is it lives 2 or live 2? Now I don't even have it. Lives 2. Okay. And I accidentally deleted the whole thing here. Lives 2 is equal to 0. Health 2. Lives 2. Alright, now it keeps it into the room, and it's talking about player 1. We want it to say player 2. And here's our shield thing, and we can leave that. Collision with space rock. It's all really just tedious replacing all this stuff. Health 2 to value of -10 relative. Enemy 1. Explode 1. Where is that? Alright, so that we don't have to worry about that. Delete. No. Yes. Delete. Nope. Alright. So yeah, just go through and change your health to health 2. No. Man, I can't remember any of this stuff. I bet that's not what it said at all. No, I was right. Okay. Now I have to go back and make sure I checked relative. God, why? Look at this. Okay. Ooh, 20. Delete. Relative. Oh my goodness. This is my least, well, I guess not my least favorite part. It's when there's a problem and there's a small mistake, or it's alright because you copied it exactly from something else and it doesn't work. For some reason, it just gets me so mad when I copy something from one game to put it into another game. It's like a fresh new game and it doesn't work, and then I try fixing it, and then you have to like get rid of certain things that you shouldn't get rid of. It's like in Minecraft where you build the redstone thing so perfectly and then it doesn't work. And if you don't have Minecraft, just, I guess, ignore what I'm saying. Alright, so here it says draw the health bar, and we want to draw a different spaceship. I just digressed so much. Hold on, space. Shot. Where is it? Oh. Duplicate your shot 1. Make it different sprite. And rename it shot 4. Yippee skippy. Now here, since it's our player 2 shot, we want to change all this referencing to player 2 to player 1. I mean, from player 1 to player 2. Player 1 to number 2. Yes. And we want to change all this drawing business. Back. Okay. Aight. So now it creates our shot 4. Alright, so here we have our health bar. And all we really mostly have to do is go to our draw, grab a rectangle, and it's unfortunate you can't copy this. God. say okay for now. Let's see. And it's really what you want is the x value. So negative 20 and the y value negative 25. Negative 20, negative 25, and negative 20. So here, negative 20, negative 25, skip over x2, negative 20, and here we are going to put health 2. And basically, when our health 2 is 100, it's going to draw it, but the thing is, it might be too long. So here our x2 is 20. So actually we want to set this to 20. And 20 divided by health. I think. No. Yes. Maybe. Because 20 divided by 1. Oh my goodness. We need it so that it's 20, but that our health has an effect on it. Like our boss. How about we make our health sort of like a percentage? Yes. So, health 2 divided by 100. So when we're at full, we have 1. And then we do 20 divided by the quantity. Some of you might have said, when will I use math? This is it. So we'll turn our health into a percentage. So when we have 100% or 100 health divided by 100, that equals 1. So we get our full 20. So as it goes down, it should decrease. Now we can get rid of our health bar. And we can set the color of this rectangle to blue or green, because it will just be floating there. Excuse me. And now I'm going to attempt to do a background color. And you just have to get rid of that part. Oh, make sure you have the relative. And so this one I will set to black, and hopefully it will work and not set everything black. So, and it might do something in some certain order. I'll have to see what happens. So, now, what ship? Oh, spaceship. Spaceship 2. Okay. So now, and oh, yes. If you notice, it has the same controls as player 1. And we don't want that because, well, I guess you could if you so wanted to. Like, for right now, I'm just going to leave it like that because now I can control them both easily. And I'll just put player 2 there. Yippee. Hopefully, something will work. So, my health bar for my second person isn't working, and the asteroids are not being affected by shot 2 yet, but so far the other player moves and is shooting properly, and they do look different. Now the health bar isn't working, and I think I see it sort of. So since that bothers me, I must fix it by replacing this up there. No. Yes. This is black. This is the comp, so this goes up here. Work. And it works. It's a bit big though, so you can play around with that as you please. Okay. Now, what we are going to do is not set a new control. Not set a new control, so now we are changing the controls. And so, actually, this will leave that. Player 1 will have to change to Wasad. So left would be A. keyboard letters A. Down would be S. Change. Just look on your keyboard at the WASD for those of you who play games, and if you don't play games, I don't know. Right is D, and up is W. Alright, and we can leave space because it's close to the WASD. The other person can press, I don't know, 0 on the keypad or something. So, we made a new player with sort of separate controls. Now we made a new player with separate controls. Next video we will continue making this game multiplayer. Please post comments on more questions, stuff you'd like to see put into this game, or maybe a new suggestion for what type of game you want to see next. Like racing games, maybe. Racing games are surprisingly difficult depending. Tower defense, and so on. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to save your game. Please subscribe. And I'll see you next time.